What is soil health? Developed by ISCD Solutions and LSI Global Greens in Iowa in Zone 5A and B in the Midwestern United States, although this guide can also be used in other regions. You need soil health to have a healthy farm. There are ways to have healthy soil on your farm. Use this guide to learn what healthy soil is, 4 methods for healthy soil, and how to use these methods to make healthy soil on your farm. Thank you to the many people who went into making this happen. In this lesson, we'll go over what is healthy soil and what is not healthy soil. Generally, soil is composed of several different things, including 25% water, 25% air, 45% minerals, and 5% organic matter. Keep in mind that even though organic matter is the lowest percentage of the total composition of soil, it is one of the most important pieces as it helps provide life, biodiversity to your farm, and helps make nutrients available to the plants so they are healthy. Healthy soil is a lot of things. It is resilient to drought or no water, flood, too much water, and is also resilient against extreme temperatures, like very hot and very cold weather. Healthy soil supports living roots to keep soil in place. Healthy soil receives, filters, and stores water. It protects plants from damage and stress. Healthy soil cycles and recycles nutrients, meaning when you have healthy soil, it helps feeds your plants to make them healthy. Lastly, healthy soil stores carbon and manages gas release. Here, we'll talk about the 4 different methods of soil health. This is a guide to show you what is less and what is more on this arrow. Green usually means good and red means bad. So keep that in mind when we look at each of these different methods. The 4 methods are disturbance, related to compaction, biodiversity, soil cover, and living roots. First, soil compaction. Soil compaction is when you have hard soil. This here shows you that you want to have less compaction on your farm as opposed to more compaction on your farm. Because when you have less disturbance in your soil, you have less compaction. When you have more disturbance in your soil, that makes more compaction. Less disturbance with less compaction means that water will be able to filter in your soil better. Air will come in, and it makes a better place for life to grow. The picture of the elephant represents something heavy that makes the soil hard. Less disturbance or tilling the soil can be achieved by using no-till hand tools or larger equipment that is designed to not till the soil. Next, you can use walk-behind tractors and animals that provides a medium amount of compaction and a medium amount of disturbance. Lastly, when you use large tractors and large implements and till the soil a lot, you will have a lot of disturbance and a lot of compaction. How can you have less compact soil? Put permanent pathways in your farm. Grow winter cover crops to keep roots in the soil over the winter, and grow perennials with deep roots. Again, when you till less, you will have less disturbance and less compaction. Next method is biodiversity for soil health. When you have less biodiversity, that makes soil less fertile. When you have more biodiversity, that makes your soil more fertile or more nutrients. Low biodiversity and low soil fertility can be seen in an area with a single crop or only one crop. To increase biodiversity, you may want to intercrop with cover crops. When you include native and perennials and grow many different kinds of crops, that increases biodiversity and soil fertility the most. How can you have more fertile soil and more biodiversity? Grow a variety of crops. Grow flowering crops. Grow cover crops. And grow native perennials. Soil building. When you have less cover on your soil, it makes less soil building. When you have more soil cover, you make more soil building. Notice here on the left that the soil that is not covered loses water, is hard. And when you have on the right more soil cover, your soil is better able to manage moisture, has balanced nutrients, and when it rains, it will not wash away. Again, bare soil makes for low soil building. You can mulch your crops to increase your soil building, or plant cover crops to build a lot of soil. How can you build soil on your farm? Grow cover crops, add compost and manure, and mulch bare soil. Living roots. Having living roots in your soil increases your biodiversity. Less living roots attracts less biodiversity, and more living roots attracts more biodiversity. Here you can see bare soil has no living roots in it. While this might be a good way on your farm to plant into bare soil, this does decrease biodiversity and you don't have living roots. This will not be the healthiest soil on your farm. To increase living roots, you can plant in succession. To have lots of living roots and lots of biodiversity on your farm, you can plant cover crops on your farm. How can you have more living roots on your farm? Grow cover crops, grow trees, and always have something growing in the ground. As a general rule, never leave your soil uncovered or without something growing in it. Thank you for watching this lesson on What is Soil Health, developed by ISCD Solutions and Lutheran Services in Iowa Global Greens. Thank you again to all of our sponsors and all of the people who made this lesson possible.